Yeah, start it. So whenever we load this, import this STL models, no, we have to scale it to as normal Blender's native dimension. If you want to know what is the dimension, we can just go into, we can select this item and see how much it is showing. 352, that is what this, it is units, meters. The units, if you see where you have to see the meters, no, on the right side inside the properties panel, scene properties are there. Scene properties, one settings is this. So inside the scene property settings, we can see, we can set the unit system. Inside that, length is meters, right? So here it is showing 352 meters. So this is very big scale for us. So if we are going to light this or do anything with this, no, it will be like modeling, even trying to separation or any, if we are going to draw any curve or take a cylinder, for in this case it is looking like cylinder. So we will have to scale very big, all that we have. So first let's adapt this STL model to the normal Blender's native model scale. So how to do that? I will go to, I am in object mode, I'll go to add mesh and then I'll take a plane. Now you see the difference between this plane and the STL file we have loaded. It is only this much, this plane what we have loaded, no, only this much. And you press N in the keyboard and see in the um, dimensions in the transform panel, it is showing 2 into 2, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2. So here if I select this STL file, 352 352 it is showing. So what we have to do, we have to scale this to this plane, uh, plane size. Yeah. Yeah, pressed, yes, yeah. If it is too, it is for reference. For reference, no, I can just type it, but I want to show you that general, how the difference, so massive the difference is. Just I want to show you. So yeah. Or you can take the plane itself in object mode, no. In your case, you can just go to take the plane, for any model. You can take a plane and then resize your STL model to this plane size, and then start you can start your work, so that it won't be confusing. Sometimes why this light is not working, why this shade is not working, why the it is going far from the camera view. That is, it is beyond the near value, far value will be there for a big camera view, uh, like how for our eyes we have it. So that is, we, if we bring our fingers too close to our eyes, no, it will be blur. And if we take our fingers too far away from our eyes distance capacity, there also it will become blur. So that is called near value, far value, visible range. So we have to bring the object size under the camera's range, near value, far value. We can resize it to the plane. So for that we can bring a plane, that is add mesh plane, and then we can resize it with the reference. So I have resized it 2 into 2. Right. So z we should not touch it, it is it won't do anything. So only xy dimensions we have to touch. I'm doing this resizing in the dimensions, because if when I select this plane, no, you can see 2 into 2, it is x is equal to 2, y is equal to, so same dimensions I am typing here in the transform panel, dimensions of this STL object. So either you can manually scale it or resize in the dimensions uh, field. Right, now I'll just move it like this. So I think this is looking like a fabric, I think, no? Fabric. Like if I metal, metal grid. Okay, okay. Right, right, right. Okay, okay. That is we can. Grills. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is, even if you see the tea filter and all, it will be having something kind of similar to this one. Tea filter, metallic tea filter. Here we have it in India. So okay, okay, fine, fine. So this one, uh, yeah, yeah, we can do remodel. I think we'll just see. No, that is we have to figure out. If you see, it is in which one, in which software she did. Cinema phobia. Oh, right, right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, we can do it. So, so uh, I'm going to edge mode. You are asking me, is this a remodel? You are asking. She remodel. Okay, okay, fine, fine. So first, I will do our usual way of trying to separate it all that. Then we will see the constructing. Now, I think it is easier only. It is easier only. But I just want to see if I can extract the curve at least, no? So that I need not draw it. Uh, but it is all triangular. Let me try to make it face and uh-huh, uh-huh, right, right, right. Okay. So it's not continuous. They just no. When I select using the Alt, pressing hold the Alt, and then if I when I select it, it's not selecting fully. Here, this part it is selecting. Maybe you can't see. I think. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, that's a big work. That is big work means it's a bit tedious. We can see some other way we can do. So we have to bit by bit select and then merge. It's a big. Instead, no, we can ourselves draw it. That is best, I think. Huh? Right. Now, only thing this is a bit slanting. It's not straight. We'll try to make in the same way. I think this way with the time we have. No, we'll try to make the same way. So I go to mesh. No, I'll go to curve and then Bezier and then object mode. Always careful, Poonam. That is, sometimes you will be in edit mode and still you can take, that is, I am selected this object now and I'm trying something to do in this with the object something, okay, it's not working or something, okay. So, okay, I'm thinking, okay, let me take a new object like that. I'm going to add and mesh. I'm taking a cube, okay. You remember now I have selected this grid. Well, let me call it grid. I have selected this grid and I'm in edit mode of that particular grid. Now I'm going to add, forgetfully I'm going to add cube and then taking the cube, okay. Now you see what is happening. Now both are one single object. No, no, mesh thing means what? I'm not understanding. No, no, I brought a cube. I have brought a cube. This is your model only. This is your STL model only. I didn't create any. Oh no, I didn't remesh it. I didn't do anything. I didn't. Yeah, yeah, I didn't. No, no. I just pressed. It is. Yeah. I've selected it, and it's because so many edges are there. No, so it is looking yellow. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. What I wanted to tell you is when you are in edit mode, don't go to add and create a new mesh. Blender will consider it as same mesh. Say if I select the cube, this will get selected. If I select the grid, yeah, it is like merging. It is you have already merged it. So that will confuse you because knowing not aware of this, it will confuse you. You will not be able to select the grid alone. Yeah, right. Now, yeah. So I'm in object mode. Being in object mode, I can safely go to add and whatever element or object you want to create, geometry. Now we are going to reconstruct. So we are going to add curve and then Bezier. Right, Bezier has come. Now let's rotate it this way 90. Fine. I'll go here and I'll just scale it down. Fine. Move option. I just want I wanted to extract the curve from that, but it was not continuous. The edges were not continuous, so I'm myself trying to draw it. That's all I'm doing. Right. Now I want to scale these tangent handles. Now if I scale it, see the entire curve is scaling down and scaling up. So I want only those tangent handles to be scaled individually from their own local axis. So how to do that? You are getting no, because if I scale now, you see the entire geometry is scaling, entire body is scaling down and it's becoming small. I want to scale that tangent handle in particular. So how to do that? I'm going to transform pivot point. There I'm mentioning choosing individual origins. Now it will individual origins means local axis, local axis we can say. Now I am pressing S in the keyboard and then scaling. See, only tangent handles are scaling down and scaling up. You can see it, right? Now I am scaling it down. Right. This guy is we can make this guy flat because it is looking like a wave. So let me make it a flat thing, right? And this one, where is this guy? He is also flat, I think, already. Right. So let me draw it like this. So we have both the thing. You can see it. This is crust. This is, I don't know what, you are engineer now, so you should be knowing it. So let me call this one crust. Now this one, make it bit small. We are trying to match it to our maximum. Maybe like this we can keep it. In the middle of the caliber we can keep it. If you see, sometimes no, when you are doing this reconstructing, you will have to do match working. So at that time what is happening, when I select this curve, no, this is sometimes getting selected. So I am not able to avoid, uh, I cannot hide it also, because I want this the shape reference, I want it to be seen. So in that case what you will do, you go to outliner and you see there is a kind of on the right side corner there is a filter. The icon will look like a water tank. uh, in Hyderabad, in Kerala and all, you'll see water tank in India. So very big size. That kind of water tank, it's a actually filter symbol. So that inside that filter symbol, when you click on that, it will show a menu. In that, there is a cursor kind of icon will be there. You just switch on that. Once you switch on that, you will see for every element in the outliner, you will see this cursor kind of icon. So What where it is useful is whenever you want to freeze something from selection. So at that time you can just switch off that grid, the icon, that is cursor icon. You see what I'm doing? I have switched it off. Now if I draw the rectangle and try to select in the viewport this the same object, it won't select. So we can it will be useful while doing the modeling. You know, some objects we can make it deselection, so that even if you are drawing the rectangle, it won't select it like that. Right. Now I'm extruding it. I'm pressing E in the keyboard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm pressing E in the keyboard, and then every vertex I'm extruding, and then again extrude and keep it in the middle, right? Just compared to the selection, no, this is a bit easier. I feel. Uh, I don't know what options they have in Cinema 4D, C4D. It's a paid version, or she's having uh, the pirated downloaded version. Your friend is. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So what she told about you learning Blender, she did she comment on that? Anything? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Actually, Blender is the best software. Um, you know, it is available for free, as well as it is an industrial software. You can do character animation, interior, medical animation, and even your engineering models you can reconstruct. All that you can do. So, Cinema 4D and Houdini and all, it is good for effects and certain things. Some options are really nice in Cinema 4D. I've seen in YouTube, but overall, as a whole, no, Blender is having is industrial software. That is only for few things you will have to go out. Other things are available like that. It is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. So you can see the curve what I have drawn. It is almost looking like what you are seeing as a grid. So now let me just go to top view and then keep it in the same place. Right. Now what we are going to do is uh, we are just going to try. Uh, I think maybe we can go to modifier and then go to array modifier, and see it is duplicating itself, but we want it in the y-axis. Okay, we want it in the z-axis. Yeah, it won't work because in z-axis it won't get duplicated because z is 0. Here in the dimensions it is 0. So in that case what we have to do is go to switch off the relative offset and go for the constant offset. Now make the distance x 0 and try this z to 1. Yeah, it is working. Now we have to put minus, and then we need more what uh, distance. Let's try more values. Yeah, let's go to top view, and then yeah, here we have placed it in the middle. maybe a little more we can try for um, point 0 values minus 2.83 and put here 3 is okay, minus 2.83 is the value, right? Now let me just duplicate and then immediately I will hide the main grid, STL grid, so that we can immediately see um, the object. Now, now increase, you can see, no, it is getting increased, it is duplicating itself, yeah. So like this, yeah. So this is enough for that. I go to top and then slightly move it and adjust it. Let's move it and see. Yeah, all are there. Right. Now, what we have to do is, so we have 9. Mhm. Now, let's duplicate this, press Shift D, and then if we are naming it, one is longitude, latitude, so one is, or UV, we can say this is U line, U splines, and this is U splines, this is V splines. So I am rotating the V splines 90. Yeah. Now I'll go to top view and try to align it on the, yeah, right. Now I'll go to front view and we'll have to adjust it because it's bit slanting. So the model itself is slanting. We had to uh, take the reference of it, so we had to do uh, copy it. Now it has come like this. So paste it. Okay. So only when we make it a solid object, no, with surface, it is now a curve, only a curve. It is not an object. So when we turn this to an mesh, only then we will know uh, how much and where and all we will have to adjust. Right. Now let's go to, there is an option for that. We have drawn only curves. Yes, but how to make them a surface? How to make the curve a surface? Like how we do for screw modifier, that is, we draw a curve and then go to add modifier on the in the properties editor, and then apply screw modifier, and it will do the revolution and make it a surface. And whenever we adjust the select the curve and go to edit mode, in that edit mode when we select the vertex, it will be having tangent handles. So when we move that, the entire shape will move, entire shape will get affected. Same way here also, uh, it will be a curve that will be controlling the mesh. So how to do that? You see, when we select the mesh, it will show this downward pointing triangle. When I select the curve, it will show the curve icon. So there we have to go. It is data properties. There we have to go in that geometry column, and you will see bevel. The bevel option, in that there is round bevel. Under the bevel you will see the round button. So switch on that and increase the depth under it. You will see it is becoming a surface. See, so like this we can make it a surface. Okay. Now I think this point one is okay. Fine. Now for this also we have to do the same thing. V splines, go to curve and then increase. Uh, okay, I have selected in edit mode. That's why it's orange color. Right now it is yellow color active selection. So I have selected the V splines and going into the bevel round under the depth. I will type point one. Right. So it has become a surface. Now, now we have to adjust it. So you need not adjust every points. It won't show. If in fact, it will show only this point vertex. See, like this. Yeah. So like this we will have to adjust because that model was bit slopey, steepy, little bent also. We are having this kind of rework. Otherwise it will be very easy. If it had been flat, no, it would have been very easy, but still okay, we will try our best to match it. Go here and then here in the middle only we should see it. So whenever you feel like I want to see, when I want to be in the middle and then see it and then adjust it, but the vector, no, this gizmo is somewhere else. So how to bring the gizmo? Only the gizmo here. If I move the curve, it will everything will move. And if you say that there is something called origin, no, on the right side, below the in the transform panel column, you can go there like that, you may say. But you see in edit mode we cannot see that origin. In Blender it is like that, we cannot move the origin, means pivot. We cannot move the pivot in edit mode. So how to see the pivot where I want? Here I want to see the same pivot. So how to bring that guy here? There is a way. How? Go to this, what is this? 3D cursor and then click here somewhere. Right, we have brought the 3D cursor here and go to transform pivot point. Switch on the 3D cursor. Now you go to handle. Now you will see the pivot here. So that is handle. Now you need not go anywhere. It will uh, you can go to close up and then do this work. When you are doing, you will understand it, its significance. Right. So see, this is a meeting point. So little points also here and there we may have to adjust because it is, I told you, know, as I told you, it is slanting. So we have to adjust it. Yeah, there is. I think we have to make it flat. When it is curve only, no, we have to make it flat. For that we have to many other tools also actually. Yeah, so it's actually a big work. That is only to make it flat. No, you see the do you see this one? See, it is like parabolic, half parabolic. Yeah, so that should become flat. Otherwise, all every vertex we will have to move. Uh, it's a big work actually. So we have to make it flat. For that, if I can just remove it. If I make it zero, no, it will come back to the curve only. But still, with this it won't get finished. Let me see, it is U splines. Okay, if I rotate it, still the shape will be bent only. If I rotate it or trying to adjust it, no, it is still kind of, see, it is going parabolic like that. It's kind of small mountain like that. So how to bring it, make it flat? There is a way for it, but I think I need more time to explain it, but still I will show you, so that video, in the video it is getting recorded. So my please pardon that my for 5 to 7 minutes I'll be there in the, with you. So then I'll have to, yeah, so within that I'll just show you. I'm going to, there is something called lattice we have. Lattice, it means it's a kind of mesh. See, I'm going to, I need not select any object, okay. I can just go to lattice, add, and then lattice. Okay, fine, I have brought it. Now what I will do is I'm going to scale it to this, resize to this, this guy, this curve. And okay, I'm trying to make a box for him. The curve geometry, I'm trying to make a box for him so that he can sleep inside it. So to his closest to his shape. Right, I've done it. Now he is nicely inside the lattice. Now what I will do, I'll go to top. Here also I will see where this guy is. I will put X-ray, and then this is the original curve. Others are, maybe we can switch off the array. Right, this also I'll switch off so that it won't be confusing. These splines we can delete, in fact we don't need it. Right. uh, we have only U splines, one side only we have. This plane we don't need. This is lattice, and switch on the name. So this is curve. From the top, this curve is decent. There is no parabolic shape or distortion in the shape. Only in the front view there is a distortion. So that we have to try to make it flat. How to? I have brought the lattice and keep it. This is the U spline. That spline is here. So I'm bringing this guy here in the middle, and then scaling it to this curves geometry size. Right, now you see inside this lattice this curve is, so this is how we should, to this size we have to resize the lattice. Right, now what I will do, I will select the curve. So in the outliner we can see that its name is lattice, and when I select the lattice, you will see its data properties icon will be like this lattice shape, like this. Right, now I'll select the curve and then go to modifier and choose deform under the deform menu, because whichever has the power to change the shape, those tools the blender has put under the deform menu. See, these simple deform and all, we actually did that. So simple deform, smooth, all that are shape changing tools actually. So that is why we are they have put this lattice also under the deform menu inside the modifiers column. So this is called lattice modifier. Right. Now I'm choosing it. Once I choose it, it is showing the lattice settings. It is asking which object you want to. Lattice means what? This lattice. If you have suppose some other lattice object also, this I'm talking about. Some other another one also if you have created, it will be in the name of lattice one. So we are saying no, I don't want lattice one, I want lattice only. This first one which I created. So I'm choosing the lattice. I don't need the lattice one. I'm deleting it. So now you see this guy is under this curve is under the custody of this lattice. How? I'll select the lattice and go into edit mode and try to select it and move it. See what is happening. So even the geometry, the body of the curve is also getting deformed or shape. It's the shape is getting changed. So now, okay, why we have to create the lattice? Because we can create more uh, mesh kind of thing inside the lattice, so that they will all have points. Now I can change the shape. How? See, inside the lattice data properties, I told you that whenever you select any element in the Blender software, it will show its object properties as well as object data properties. So now in this case, in lattice case, you see lattice icon is showing up in the data properties. That and yeah, that I am selecting, and then under the lattice option or lattice column, you can see UVW. UV means X, Y. So W is weight or width. We can say width in this context. We can say width. So now they are naming this XYZ in UVW. I don't know why they are naming it like that. Maybe for removing some confusion. I think we should not confuse this with any other thing. So for that they are naming it. So UVW means XYZ. Right now I am going to increase this, but where I want to increase, I'll see. See, this is where I want to increase, because this is where I want to make it flat. We are just trying, okay? We are just trying. Any other option is there for the STL option, the STL object to be made flat, like that. Maybe I think this object, what you have in STL, is scanned object, I feel, or they purposefully made it bent or not, I don't know. So maybe it is scanned from 3D scanner. They would have used, I think, the real real life object. They scanned it. Okay, okay. Mhm. Okay. So that is why it's bent. So we have to try our best to make it flat. So for that, no, we are not adding so many lines. Then we need not actually come here at all, because if I am adding so many lines, why should I come here? If I have only few points and control it with only few points, then that is the purpose we are coming here. See, with few points I can see this. When I select one point, no, see, this whole area is under this points, this vertex jurisdiction. When I move this vertex, see, entire area of that uh, in that geometry, curves geometry, will also move. So that is why. So we are trying to make it flat, like this. So I will select both the both the vertices, and then go to front view and then make it flat like this. So it's a bit we have to do it with carefully. So Maybe tomorrow or something I will do this. So for today, no. Yeah. Meanwhile, you can also just check this video. I will upload this video. You can also check this video. Yeah. Okay, Poonam, thank you. And sorry also, sorry I have to take a break so that another student is waiting for that one. Yeah. Uh. Because remeshing, you said no, uh, you want to model it. You said no, that is why I didn't remesh. Hello. Ah, yeah. But in many cases, we will have to remesh. That remesh option we have to apply. That is why because not as you said you saw no yesterday how some many objects in this engineering models are a bit complex. We have to spend time to make it. uh, we have to see whether it is really needed or not. If suppose a client is asking, I want this to be shown, to be colored and shown, and just to give me a turntable rendering like that, if he is asking, suppose for the same object, this previous to this one, no, this dual cylinder, that object, I'll call it dual cylinder. So that object, if your client wants to see in rendering with lighting and all, just shading and lighting he wants to see. So you will have to see the budget, how much he is willing to pay, how much time he can offer you to do the model the object, model the particular object. So based on that only we will decide our workflow, whether it is going to be remesh or it's going to be that is remodeling or constructing the geometry. So based on that only we can do. Yeah, constructing means it is a time, no. So we have to calculate based on the time only. That is, I want to uh, spend time for that. Each and so many booleans have to make, and have to extract the curve. You can see that just selecting the curves only, it is not, it is discontinuous. So in that case I'll have to select the curve, and it will be so many. When I convert it to curve, it will be, there will be so many vertices. Then I'll have to apply something called decimate. Decimate means it will reduce the vertices. Only then we can use it. It can be workable. We can make it a mesh, make it a surface. So these cleanups, that is why I told no, it's called separation and cleanup. All that will work will be there when we uh, use the generated models, or that is, it is not a constructed model in 3D. It is a generated model from outside. It is being generated through some app, through some other software. It is generated, so that we have to change it to our Blender's native mesh flow. Then we have to work for it. So based on the client's requirement and time they can afford, they can, and the money they can afford, based on that we have to do that. Yeah. So we'll talk about this in detail tomorrow. Definitely we'll talk about it. Yeah. Okay, Poonam, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.